When he doesn't call, and when your phone stays silent, your mind starts racing. Is he losing interest? Did I say something wrong? Or is he just busy? But here's the truth. Silence isn't always rejection. In fact, it can mean 7 very different things, and only one of them is truly bad for you. I'm going to break them down as a relationship psychology expert so you'll know exactly what his quiet really means, and, more importantly, what to do next without chasing, overthinking, or losing your self-worth. Chapter 1: The Calm Pacer. Sometimes his silence isn't a rejection, it's a rhythm. The calm pacer is the man who takes his time, not because he's unsure, but because he values building something steady. Psychologically, this is often linked to a secure or once anxious attachment style. He's learned that rushing can burn out a good connection, so he spaces his calls and messages to keep things balanced. You'll notice that when he does show up, he's consistent. He makes plans in advance, follows through, and is fully present in person. He's not disappearing, he's pacing. The key here is to mirror his energy without punishing him for the gaps. This shows you respect his tempo, and it builds mutual trust. If you want to move things forward, keep it light and clear. Something like, "Hey, I like our vibe. Slow and steady works for me. Let's lock a day for coffee this week." It shows interest without pressure, and that's exactly how the calm pacer thrives. Chapter 2: The Overthinker. Then there's the overthinker, the man who wants to reach out, but gets stuck inside his own head. His silence isn't about disinterest, it's about fear. Fear of saying the wrong thing, fear of moving too fast, or fear that you might not feel the same. Psychologically, this often comes from a blend of anxious and avoidant tendencies. He craves connection, but his mind turns every text into a high-stakes decision. You'll notice this type of man is warm and engaged when you're together in person. He laughs easily, he listens closely, but between meetups, messages take longer. There's no pattern of flaking, just a pattern of hesitation. With the overthinker, your best move is to lower the perceived risk. Keep your messages simple, light, and with clear options. For example, no pressure, Friday or Sunday better for you. If you're busy, we can aim next week. This keeps the door open without flooding him with pressure, and that's when he's most likely to step through it. Chapter 3: The Overloaded Life. Sometimes silence has nothing to do with you at all. The overloaded life is the man whose plate is overflowing. Work deadlines, family obligations, health issues, or personal goals that demand every ounce of his focus. Psychologically, when stress levels spike, our brain narrows attention to immediate survival tasks. Communication, especially the casual kind, often gets pushed to the back of the line. You'll recognize this man because when he does surface, he usually names the stressor. He'll apologize for the delay, explain what's going on, and make an effort to reschedule. In person, his energy might still be warm, but you can sense the fatigue behind it. With the overloaded life, patience paired with clarity is your best strategy. Offer one simple option, then step back. Something like, "I get you're slammed. If you still want to meet, propose a day that works. If not, all good." This shows empathy without enabling endless postponement, and it lets him decide if and when he has the space for you. Chapter 4: The Power Player. Then there's the power player, the man who uses silence not by accident, but by design. This isn't about pacing or overthinking. This is about control. Psychologically, it's rooted in what's called intermittent reinforcement, the same principle that makes slot machines addictive. By giving you attention, then suddenly withdrawing it, he triggers a chase response. He knows the silence will make you wonder, doubt, and reach out first. You'll spot the power player by his hot and cold cycles. One week he's flooding you with messages and affection. The next, he vanishes without explanation. When he returns, it's often with last-minute plans or grand gestures meant to hook you back in. But the pattern never truly changes, because the inconsistency is the point. With a power player, the solution is to refuse the game. Don't reward silence with extra effort. Require clarity and specifics. Try saying, "Spontaneity is fun, but I planned my week. If you want to see me, let's choose a time at least 48 hours ahead." If he respects that, you'll see it. If he doesn't, you've just exposed the truth about his intentions. Chapter 5: The Fader. And then, there's the one most women secretly fear, the fader. This is the man who doesn't pull back to pace himself or because life is busy. He pulls back because his interest is fading. Psychologically, this often comes from conflict avoidance. Instead of saying, "I'm not feeling it," he lets silence do the work, hoping you'll take the hint without him having to be the bad guy. The signs are painfully consistent. He rarely initiates conversations. His replies get shorter and less personal. Plans become vague or keep falling through, and there's no genuine curiosity about your life anymore. The truth? When effort disappears, so does attraction. With the fader, the healthiest thing you can do is protect your self-respect. Don't chase, don't try to win him back, and don't fill in the silence for him. A graceful exit can sound like, "I've enjoyed talking, but I'm looking for mutual effort, wishing you the best." It's short, it's clear, and it frees you to focus on someone who actually wants to show up. Chapter 6: The Wounded. Sometimes silence isn't about you at all. It's about him. The wounded is a man who's carrying heavy emotional baggage, whether it's depression, burnout, or personal struggles. Psychologically, he withdraws because his energy and motivation are low, not because he's losing interest in you. Life has temporarily taken the lead, and connecting even through messages feels like a mountain. You'll notice that his drop in communication isn't limited to you. It shows across work, friends, and other areas of life. When he does reach out, it might be brief, distracted, or hesitant. This isn't rejection, it's a reflection of his internal state. With the wounded, the key is compassion paired with boundaries. You might say, "I'm sorry you're going through a lot. If dating feels heavy right now, we can pause. If you'd like to reconnect later, message me." This lets him know you care, without sacrificing your own emotional stability. It's a balance of empathy and self-respect, and it often opens the door for genuine connection later, if and when he's ready. Chapter 7: The Avoidantly Attached. Finally, there's the avoidantly attached man. This type isn't silent because he's busy or overthinking. He pulls away whenever closeness triggers discomfort. Psychologically, intimacy can feel threatening to him, so silence becomes a way to regain a sense of control and autonomy. You'll notice a pattern. He's warm and engaged one moment, then distant the next, especially after emotional or physical closeness. This push-pull isn't personal. It's a defense mechanism. The challenge is not to chase, but to respect the natural ebb and flow of his engagement. With an avoidantly attached man, the best strategy is to step out of the pursuer role. Keep your interactions light, predictable, and time-bound. You might say, "I enjoy our time together. Text me when you want to plan something specific." This communicates interest while giving him space, and it prevents you from being trapped in a cycle of uncertainty. Remember, his silence is about his attachment style, not your worth. Here's the twist most women don't realize. Silence isn't always disrespect. It can be pacing, fear, or simply life getting in the way. The real insight comes from the pattern. One missed call, a delayed text, or a quiet day doesn't define his feelings, but repeated silence without repair. That's a clear answer. It's the behavior that speaks louder than words. The truth is, You don't need to decode every text or obsess over every pause. What matters is consistency, effort, and respect for your time. When you recognize the difference between temporary silence and repeated absence, you reclaim your peace, your power, and your clarity about who truly values you. If you've ever been left wondering what a silence really means, comment calm below. I'll reply with a free, ready-to-use texting cheat sheet that keeps you confident and in control. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to stop overthinking mixed signals. Remember, consistency is attractive. Silence is not always a rejection, and your time and energy are too valuable to waste guessing. Lead with clarity, and the right person will show up without the guessing game.